why did you not just shut down immediately this operation between GC Strategies, Coredex, and Dalian against the specter of criminality?
Welcome back to Northern Perspective, everyone. I'm Cypher.
And I'm Fox. This is a clip from our November 9th live stream where we discussed the OGO committee testimony of the Public Service Procurement Canada employees implicated in the ArriveCan scandal.
The link to the full 4-hour live stream is in the description. The link to the full OGO committee video without our commentary can also be found in the description under sources.
Some of the information in this video was provided exclusively to Northern Perspective by Botler as part of their Declassified series. We encourage you to follow Botler AI on X, formerly known as Twitter, for the latest exhibits. You can find the link in the description of this video. Please note, the opinions expressed in this video are solely those of Northern Perspective.
Brock, for 5 minutes, please.
Yes!
Here, Ms. Chan, does PSPC have its own legal department?
Oh my god. Okay. I hope Miss Chan is a decent person. I don't know if she is. I don't know if she isn't, but when you have Mr. Brock looking at you with those eyes and asking you, so, is there a legal department? It's just, you're in for a bad day.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. I'm taking a screenshot of this for a thumbnail later. This is awesome.
You're in for a bad day.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chair. We consulted with Legal at Justice Canada.
Okay, so nothing internal? Do you have a particular lawyer that you deal with at the DOJ?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. There's a reason why I asked you that. So I want to go through a thread of emails between yourself and Ritika Dutt. She brought to your attention on May 10th, 2023, a number of concerns that Coredex and Dalian were using their names as resources without their knowledge and consent and received payments from the government under the TA, that during the bidding process, they falsely claimed that they had been in contact with Botler and sought their input. An ATIP with CBSA confirmed that there was no fixation of status of personnel on file, that they in fact filed legal notice to the contractor to produce the document, and they failed to comply. They sought your help to compel the contractor to produce the document. There are elements of criminality in that email, that not only is there potential breach of contract and regulations with respect to the TA, but we have elements of fraud and forgery. Did you get a sense that there was a red flag in this, and whether or not you passed this on to the GOJ for consultation? Yes or no?
We did pass along what we found, and we were in constant consultation throughout the course of this investigation.
Did you consult the DOJ in relation to that email?
Yes.
You did? Did you get a legal opinion?
Yes.
Okay, and the legal opinion, without getting into specifics, but allowed you to continue pursuing that documentation that they requested?
While we had...
Yes or no?
While our first and foremost priority was to protect Canada and to investigate whether or not there were, if the allegations of fraud from the prime contractor occurred.
Yes. Okay, so you sent an email to Julie Prudhomme on May the 26th requesting information from the contract regarding the allegations. May 26th, you received a further email from Botler that they were never contracted by Coredex to provide any feedback on the TA, did not provide recommendations on any resources, that the mandatory requirements table for herself that was submitted with the TA significantly inflated her work experience and not reflective of her actual work experience. She did not agree or consent to be named on the TA or for the work to be implemented. Again, the specter of criminality. And now we have got the specter of a forged resume. Another red flag. Did you send that particular email to the GOJ for consultation?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Now, we already know what the evidence was. Okay, Christian Firth has testified in his illogical fantasy of simply making a mistake could have been believed if there was one modification to Ritika Dutt's resume, but memory serves me correct without looking at the transcript, that he had attempted on at least 5, if not 6 occasions to deliberately manipulate the work experience so that when they inputted that data on the required forms, that they would qualify for funding. That is not only forgery, that is fraud. So my question to you is, why did you not just shut down immediately this operation between GC Strategies, Coredex, and Dalian against the specter of criminality?
Well, that's a question. She's not in good standing with Mr. Brock. I can tell you that right now. That's why he's taking this approach. I think he obviously sees that she's nervous. Everybody sees that she's nervous, and he's going to try and keep pushing until he gets what he wants.
It's obvious. Was it not obvious to you? I'm not asking Mr. Mills, I'm asking Ms. Chan.
Whoa, there you go. So Mr. Mills was trying to jump in and say something. He's like, no, you be quiet. You weren't even invited. I'm talking to the witness. Love it.
All right, thank you for the question, Mr. Chair. Again, our priority was to investigate the allegations made to Dalian or Coredex. When we asked Dalian to provide documentations that they did receive payments from CBSA, and they did pay out, as we found out later, that they were provided the resources from GC Strategies.
I'm not talking about that. You have a specter now of fraudulent resumes. Did you go to GC Strategies? Did you go to Coredex and say, what is going on here? You are misleading the government. You are abusing taxpayer monies. Did you do that, Ms. Chan? Ms. Chan.
Pay attention.
Very briefly, please.
I'm analyzing data, and from what we observed was that Dalian and Coredex obtained those documents from GC Strategies. What we found was that there was nothing out of the ordinary with the contractors.
Okay. She just got herself in a world of trouble there. World of trouble. That's going to be a big problem. When you have when you have the people in question saying, my resumes from my organization were doctored. And then you have this lady saying, well, I checked with Dalian and they said there's nothing out of the ordinary. That's your answer? Really? You're going to have a bad day. And I don't know if she's kicking herself for how she answered that, but the short answer is no, I didn't go to Dalian. Like what? You're going to take the word of the contractor over the person whose resume it is? Imagine you walk into a job a job interview, and you start talking to the interviewer, and they say, "Oh, well, you have too much experience," and you're going to say, "What do you mean? I have this amount of experience." Well, you have too much experience. The recruiter that sent you to us gave us this resume, and you're going to say, "Well, that's incorrect. This is my experience." Well, we don't trust you. We trust the recruiter. The recruiter is going to know your experience far better than you know yourself. It's not like, you lived your own life and actually had these jobs, right? Like when you reduce this to absurdity, it is just ridiculous. It is absolutely stupid. And it's amazing how many different people are now being brought in and exposed to be party to this corrupt process. It is absolutely insane. And I guarantee you, folks, this is just getting started. Remember, there's 300,000 people that work for the public service in the federal government. We've spoken to probably 10 of them, we as in committee. We're just getting started.